What is going on, everybody? It is the Kansas Dipper, ready to come at you guys with another dipping video here today. And I am itching for a dip. So, hope everybody out there in the DBH and the Mud Jug Army, hope all the dippers are doing good here today. It's kind of late. It's about 11 o'clock, I think. Yeah, about. If you see what's going on behind me on the TV, I didn't feel like pausing it. But I'm just watching on Netflix some old WrestleMania matches. The Undertaker, the undefeated streak thing, unfortunately, which ended. But today we are going to be doing a dip review and kind of like another first impressions. Not really, but I haven't had this dip since last year, since when it was back in season last year. And I've had one can of it, and I just picked up a log of it today. So we are going to be doing a year review on Copenhagen Black. That is correct, Copenhagen Black Long Cut. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite Copenhagen can. Just because the black, as you can tell, I wear black all the time. Black is just my favorite. Black and gold, black and white, I just love those color combinations. So this thing looks really sick. It's got beautiful gold lettering on the side, Copenhagen Long Cut Black. The front, it looks a little bit different. Last year, I remember the cans being a lot darker, but I heard some rumor, it's probably not even true, but I heard that a lot of people were getting this mixed up with Copenhagen Natural, so that's why they made it a little bit lighter. I don't know, but I do. If I remember correctly, I do remember it being a little bit darker here. And plus the lettering on all Copenhagen cans, like whether it's black or whether it says wintergreen straight, the letters are a lot less bold. And I don't know, I pay attention to little stuff like that. I don't know if I'm OCD, but I just pay attention to the little stuff on everything. So we are going to go ahead and pack us a lip on here. The date is decent for a seasonal dip. The date is November 16th, and this is only out for about 2.5, 3 months, maybe 3.5 months at a time, so it's a decent date, not too bad. But we are going to pack us a lip of this Copenhagen Black Ski, and we will get this video started. I have had one dip from this can, so there it is. Copenhagen Black, it always looks just a little bit brown. It's not as dark as Copenhagen Wintergreen or anything like that, but on the camera it looks pretty dark, but when you're actually looking at it, it's a very dark brown, almost black for Copenhagen Black, but it's almost black, but it's a very dark brown, not quite as dark as Cope Wintergreen, like I said. And I also the pinchability on Copenhagen Black, it's very odd. It says long cut, but it seems like a mid cut to me. That and Copenhagen Long Cut Original, they're both long cut, but they just don't pinch as well as other dips out there. But there's a decent sized hog leg. Oh, I stuttered. And there we go. Yeah, got a nice little lip ski in there. I don't know why, but every time I take a dip out, I always see how much is left. So that is 2 dips. I usually get about 4 dips out of a can. And I usually take about 4 dips a day. Sometimes 5, but I usually go about a can a day. Can and 1 pinch out of another can, but about a can a day. Mud Jug of the day. And I think this is very fitting for today because today is September 11th. It is the 13th anniversary of the September 11th Paris attacks. It's been 13 years. It's crazy. Even though I was little, I believe I would have been 6 years old. I was 6 years old when it happened, but I remember it. I remember watching it on the news, and my mom was crying, and my dad just got out of the military. I'd say about 2 or 3 years later before that. So it was a big deal. It was a big deal for everybody, but it really hit our family hard. Not as hard as maybe somebody who lost a loved one. But the mud jug of the day is the POW mud jug. I've been using this mud jug all day today, and mainly because right here it has the American flag, an eagle, and it says "You are not forgotten." So I think that is very fitting for today, since it is the 13th anniversary of 9/11. So first off, before I get into this review, like I said, I just wanted to express my condolences to anybody that lost loved ones in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. I support all the troops. My dad was a troop for 8 years. He fought in Desert Storm. Almost got deployed to he almost got deployed to Iraq. After he got out of Desert Storm, he almost got deployed back to Iraq, but he got out right before that started. Right before that whole thing in Iraq started, he got out right before then. So, big supporter of the troops. If you know a troop, make sure. And I know it's a little late, but whenever I see a person in uniform, I always go up to them and I shake their hand. I say thank you for your service. And it doesn't matter. I don't discriminate whether it's Air Force, Army, Marines. It doesn't matter. If you are a part of our military in any way, shape, and form, I respect you completely. So I'll get off my soapbox and let's hop into this review of Copenhagen Black. Now, last year when it came out, that was the first time that I ever tried it. And last year, I really liked it. And this year, I really like it. Now, if you haven't been dipping that long, your tastes do change. Like, once you dip for a while, some of your taste buds go away. They change. That's just part of dipping. An example for me is my everyday dip about a year ago was Cope Straight, not Copenhagen Straight, but Cope Straight. The Cope line. They also have Whiskey Blend and Smooth Hickory. Oh yeah, I'm rocking the Mud Jug T-shirt today. Get yourself one at mudjug.com, supporting the Mud Jug Army. So anyway, where was I? Fuck. Anyway, Copenhagen Black, like I said, your taste do oh yeah, I remember. Cope Straight used to be my everyday dip about a year ago. Not Copenhagen Cope. They also got the Whiskey and Smooth Hickory. That used to be my everyday dip. And after that, I just picked up a can of Cope Wintergreen. Loved that. And that became my everyday dip. It still is to this day, Cope Wintergreen. Usually my everyday dip. I've said it before. I've had every single dip out there. I mean, the day I turned 18, I went to like 4 different tobacco shops. I've tried a lot of dip, and Cope Wintergreen is just what I enjoy. A lot of people only dip wintergreen because they can't stand the other flavors, or they can't stand the taste of natural or original, But anyway, but like I said, Cope Straight used to be my everyday dip. I think it's disgusting now. I love Copenhagen Straight. And that's another thing. I used to not like Copenhagen Straight that much, but now I love Copenhagen Straight now. But for some reason, I don't think my tastes have changed that much when it comes to Copenhagen Black. As soon as I put that first dip in of it, I remember it vividly, and very similar to how it was last year. So, it's really good stuff. It's a bourbon flavor. I've never actually drank bourbon, but, it's supposed to be a bourbon flavor. If I had to describe it to somebody, I don't know. I think it's one of them things where you have to actually try it to get the taste of it, because there's really no way that you can describe it. It just, I guess it tastes like bourbon. And for, you know, for a person like me who's never even had bourbon, I don't even know if this is what real bourbon tastes like. I don't know. But it's a very unique taste to it. It's kind of an acquired taste, I guess. It's comparable to a natural dip, but not really. A little bit of a natty taste in there, but it's just its own unique flavor, and it's really good. You either love it or you hate it. You either like it or you don't. Really no in between. So I like it. It's really good. The pinchability is okay, like I said. Seems like a mid-cut to me. Copenhagen Black used to be actually a mid-cut back when it was first introduced, back in 2001 through 2006, I think. It actually was a mid-cut. I never tried that. That was before my time. But pinchability is okay. It's still good. It's still good. And juices up a lot. Really juicy. So that's a review on the Copenhagen Black. And now I want to kind of talk about something. I saw a video recently that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Kind of got my gears going. And a couple months ago, we all know Tony Gwynn. If you don't know, he was a legendary baseball player for the Padres. And he passed away of salivary gland cancer in one of his salivary glands underneath his underneath one of his ears, and he blamed it on dip, which, you know, is completely fair. I mean, he dipped for over 20 years. He said he always dipped on his right side, and he got cancer on his right side. So, you know, it's completely logical and fair for him to say that, you know. But even his doctor, I read a couple articles on this, I watched a couple videos, even his doctor says that they can't link his cancer to smokeless tobacco use. And another doctor said that they've had studies, and there's no link between smokeless tobacco and the type of salivary gland cancer that he got. But anyway, I saw this video. It was this guy, I guess he has his own TV show, I don't know, I've never even heard of the dude, but he says that they need to ban smokeless tobacco in Major League Baseball. They banned it in the minor leagues, I believe, back in 1993, and they say that they need to get rid of it completely in the majors, because the kids are looking up to these baseball players, and they're seeing them use smokeless tobacco, and they're setting a bad influence, and they're getting them to use smokeless tobacco. I think that is the biggest load of shit ever. One, because people can get influenced from anything. You know, actors smoke cigarettes in movies. Kids that like those movies, kids that like those actors, they can get impression from that. You know, they can want to go and strike up a cigarette from that. There's anything, you know, it's all over. You know, alcohol gets advertised on TV, tobacco's everywhere, all over TV, not in ads, but like in TV shows and movies, they're always smoking. And plus, these guys that are in the MLB playing basketball, God, I sound like such a retard, playing baseball, these are grown men, you know, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, however old they are. They should be able to use dip and use smokeless tobacco if they damn well please. I mean, these guys are grown men. Let them make their own decisions, you know. It's because, oh, it's ruining the kids. Yeah, like, okay, what, the girls pick up Barbie dolls, but you don't see 5-year-old girls driving, and I know that's kind of a stupid comparison, but that's just, you know, it's just another thing from the anti-tobacco zealots that just think all forms of tobacco are evil, no matter what it is, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's smokeless. I think it's all just absolutely out of this world, unbelievably terrible for your health. And no matter what form of tobacco it is, you're going to die from it. When, you know, I said it a million times, people need to get the facts. They need to get the facts about smokeless tobacco. and stop putting it in the same category as cigarettes, because it's completely different. So, you know, kids, I mean, and plus, you know, their parents. You know, if some kid and their parents are watching a baseball game, you know, the parents should be a parent and say, hey, you know, that stuff's really bad for you. I don't want you doing that. You know, and once they turn 18 and once they're able to make their own decisions and stuff like that, if they want to try it, try it. You know, we're influenced by everything, whether we think about it or not. Every day we're influenced by stuff. You know, I believe subconsciously we're influenced by stuff and we don't even know it every single day. You know? So the fact that they want to ban smokeless tobacco just because, you know, they think it's infecting the youth. I saw one dude, he said, he was like a pastor or something, and he said, we shouldn't have baseball players displaying such destructive behavior for our youth. Destructive behavior. Yeah, a little bit of dip is destructive behavior. You see all these shows and movies about drug addicts and people shooting up heroin and snorting cocaine in movies, but dip is the bad influence. Yeah, that. Good job, America. So that's just my little rant on that. I think it's bullshit. So whatever. If you agree, let me know. If you don't, sorry. So I believe that is it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the Kansas Dipper. Get yourself some Copenhagen Black. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It's really good. Try it if you haven't tried it. Pick it up. See if your store's got it. By the way, on freshcope.com, they actually got a store locator. You type in your area code, your zip code, and it'll tell you what stores have Copenhagen Black next to you. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Keep on dipping and spitting. Get yourself a mud jug, because if it ain't dip, it ain't shit. I'm out.